try to give our own interpretation, but take it from the people who really understand it. Now, let's consider what we're calling to. And usually about this time I like to give some examples so that especially our youth can get a better handle on what we're talking about. How about I tell you that we need to have the Muslim character, we need to be living in the way of the lives of the Sahabis and the Prophet ﷺ, then many of you would understand right away, but the youth are going to go, huh? What? What's he talking about? You need some idea what he's talking about. I could mention, for instance, a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, Man kana yu'minu billahi wal yawmil akhir yaqulul khayr aw yasmut. And this translation, it said, let the one who believes in Allah in the last day either say good things or be silent. Zip it up, like a ziplock. And that's nice, you might remember that. Or I could mention the hadith of Rasulullah where he said for us not to go to sleep at night with our stomach full, but our neighbor's stomach is empty. He said it's not a believer who fills up his stomach and goes to sleep at night while his neighbor's stomachs remain empty. So they asked the Prophet ﷺ, who's my neighbor? He said 40 in any direction. 40 in any direction. And we could go on with hadith after hadith talking about this, but you know what's going to happen? The kids are going to be like this. So this is why I like to give examples to be sure you understand what I'm talking about. So let me tell you a story. Everybody likes stories. So we'll imagine now somebody called you one day and they said, hey, come on over to my new place. Oh, where's your new place? 123 Main Street. Oh, okay, cool. Let's go over to your new place. See you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Okay, great. 5 o'clock tomorrow, we'll go down the street. Let's see. There's 111, 122. Where's 123? There's no 123. Where's 123 Main Street? Did you see 123 Main Street? I didn't see it. What's up? Wait a minute. Look, there's a tree over there. There's a guy sitting on the tree. Who's that guy? Is that Yusuf? Hey, Yusuf. Hey, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. You sitting under a tree, yeah? You said it's your place. Yeah, this place under the tree is my place. What? Well, don't you mean you have like a house or something? You're calling us to something. Well, anyway, you said you had something going on, so here we are. We'll sit here. We're sitting there. We're waiting. We're passing time of day. But he mentioned something about food, and we're sitting there going, okay. I heard when you came into Islam, by the way, I heard this, that the Muslims should not go into somebody's house and ask for food. That's very rude. Don't ask for food or drink or anything like that. You could ask for water or salt or something like that, but you shouldn't ask for food. It's impolite, you know. So I'm like sitting there waiting, come on. And finally, this guy is not offering us any food, so we say, hey, Yusuf, whenever you serve that food, is it going to have any water and salt with it? Say, I don't have any food. What? Now wait a minute. You told us to come over to your place, and you don't have a place. And you told us to share food with you, and you don't have any food. So what kind of deal is that? So in the same way, how about us when we say, come to Islam? Come on over to be like us. And they get there and they go, okay, where is it? I don't see anything. Looks like the same deal that I already had. I don't see any benefit here. Huh? All right, now, what are we calling to? One of the things I'll tell you what we're not calling to. We're not calling to peace and tolerance. Get that out of your mind, because that's a waste of time. That's not true. Allah is not going to be happy with you for saying that. Islam is not tolerant at all. You want tolerance? Go to Christianity. They tolerate everything, except Islam. Think about it. Think about it. They tolerate it because they'll even modify their religion to accommodate other religions. Will Islam tolerate that? And don't lie. Just say it out there straight. Islam is not tolerant. Muslims, on the other hand, we are very tolerant of a lot of things. But Islam itself is key. Now I want to show you why I would say this. If you said Islam is tolerant, you have deceived yourself. Because in the Quran, Allah says, "Inna deena indallahi al-Islam." The deen or way of life of a Muslim is called Islam. And it's the only thing Allah is going to accept. وَمَنْ يَبْتَغِي غَيْرَ الْإِسْلَامِ دِينًا فَلَا يُقْبَلَ مِنْهُ وَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Whoever seeks another way of life or religion other than the one that Allah revealed, he's not going to accept that. Did he say, I'm going to be tolerant and accept it? Or did he say he's not going to accept it? He's not going to accept it. And those people are going to be with the who? إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Khusr, khasirin, loser! Going to be with the losers. Yes or no? Okay. That doesn't sound tolerant, does it? Does it? No. And how about this? Let's go to, that was chapter 3, by the way. The first one was verse 19, and the second one was verse 85. And now we'll jump up to chapter 4, verse 48. An-Nisa. And this is where Allah said, verily, Allah does not forgive shirk, but anything else He can forgive. So here's the point where He's showing you where He's not tolerant at all. Does Allah forgive shirk? No. Does any Muslim believe Allah forgives shirk? Well, duh, of course not. What is shirk? Shirk is to make partners with Allah in worship. And this is the first 2 commandments of the 10 commandments of the Christian Bible. Thou shalt not have any other gods beside me. Thou shalt not make unto me any images. Those 2 things are clearly shirk. Maybe 3, because it says don't play with Allah's names, take God's name in vain. That might be considered shirk. But for sure, we're looking at what Allah says, La ilaha illa Allah. There isn't any God except Allah. Now, how did this come? By the way, I wondered about this for many, many years, and it was only this year I got the story, how does it come? Because I heard many Muslims that know English trying to explain La ilaha illallah. So they tried to add words that are not there. It literally says, no God except Allah. That's exactly what it says. La ilaha illallah. That's what it says literally. No God except Allah. But we know there are many gods that people have. People have many kinds of gods. They're not real, but they have them, don't they? So some have said, well, it means the literal truth is there really isn't any God except Allah. But I like what the Sheikh told me this year. I was very tickled to hear this one. He said, it was like when Prophet ﷺ came, like holding up a protest sign. You know protest sign? That says right on it, no God except Allah. Means put down your false gods. And that's how they understood. That's why they got so mad so fast. They understood He's standing here with, just like we'd hold up a sign that says, no way, no more taxes. You know, like that. We wish. But it didn't mean the taxes went away. It means we're not going to tolerate it. You follow? So this now is Muhammad ﷺ when he stood there on the knoll and he called the Qurayshi tribe over and they all came up, what's going on, what's going on? And he said, if I told you there's an army coming over behind me on this hill, would you believe me? They said, you never lied. We'll believe anything you say. What's going on? He said, okay, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. He was telling them, no God to worship except only Allah. Which to them, they knew right away. He was saying, throw away those false gods. Wa ana, and I am His Rasul to you. I'm His messenger to you. Up to then, they would have accepted Him as anything. They would accept Him as the leader. They'd accept Him as the boss. They would accept Him as anything He wanted to be because He had the highest status of any family. No family had a better status than their family. And He was from the very loved one of His grandfather, who was the big sheikh of the whole area. So there's no doubt if He wanted to be a leader, it would be easy. But not dawa. Not saying that we have to throw away our phony gods, our images and idols and things that we've got. So what is the message that we're calling to? It's to throw away the false worship. Whatever somebody is turning to for their good luck, for their look into their horoscope, for their future forecast, all that kind of thing, this is unacceptable in Islam. And we're trying to call the people only to worship God alone without any partners. And they accept Muhammad as the last messenger. Not as a son of a god, not as a god, not even as a minor god, but just